Maybe you wonder why I call my channel Filling the Bookshelf. Wonder no more, this video is gonna tell you why. During my waking up, which I think is still in progress, the desire to speak out grew and grew. But you cannot do it publicly in terms of showing your face. And that is for the reason of family still being in the cult. My approach to leaving Jehovah's Witnesses is fading, if that's still possible, in order to avoid them being forced to shun me. So, speaking out anonymously on the internet is basically the only solution you have. I was thinking a lot about what could be said and done on YouTube that has not been done before, and probably better than I could do by other YouTubers. Then I watched a video of one of the big ones. I mean, he's a well-known secular scientist speaking out on YouTube for years. Thunderfoot. Man, you are awesome. He said something that really struck a chord with me. In one of his videos, I think it was on a creationist rebuttal, something like that. He said, "You pray for wisdom, I read books." That's it. I loved reading from a very young age. Some of the staff of the bookshop in our town knew me by name when I was a kid and teenager. So reading makes sense. I mean, that's a thing I really enjoy doing. And if you wake up from religious indoctrination, you are looking for orientation. But trust me, you are not the first one to do so. Questions like, is there a God? What is the meaning of life? Where does the universe come from? What is right and wrong? Who am I? Etc. have been asked for a very long time, probably for the entire time humanity exists. And many clever people wrote about it. So once you're unplugged from the source of your imposed worldview, former held beliefs disappear and leave behind a huge gap to be filled. What could be better than filling it with knowledge? So I started to read. A trait that made me successful in my business career is to not fumble around for a long time, but to attempt to dig right to the core as soon as possible. So I started reading The God Delusion by Richard Dawkins, A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking, Letter to a Christian Nation by Sam Harris, and The Greatest Show on Earth by Richard Dawkins again. These books were great. I mean, awesome. And I learned a lot. I mean, they gave me insights. It was just incredible. Go read them. Read them all. They are worth your time. But then I read something entirely different. An Inquiry Concerning Human Understanding by David Hume. Boom! My neurons fired. My critical thinking skills kicked in. And even though this is a bit more exhausting to read, I mean, it has been written 300 years ago, but it's just awesome. This guy's thoughts are so incredible, and his approach is one thing in particular, rational, and that's my thing. So, my next video will be about some things I made up my mind about when I read Hume. So, stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel. Go now, click the button, like the video, share it, and please comment. I would love to hear your thoughts. I would love this to become a discussion. I mean, that's what we haven't had before. We weren't allowed to discuss. We have been told what to think. Now let's discuss. Let's use the freedom that we all gained. Let's discuss. That's what my channel is going to be about. Thank you. Till next time.